We live at a speed defined by chemistry and gravity. Our time is measured by a heartbeat, not by the light years that separate us from the nearest stars. If we imagine the universe as an infinite clock, the lifespan of humanity is merely a microscopic tick within the mechanism. This unsettling realization forces us to ask questions about purpose, bordering on sorrow and pride. And it is within this cosmic whisper that one of the boldest claims ever uttered by human consciousness resonates. Today, we examine this grand, almost irrational claim to centrality. How can dust, brought to life for only one short spring, declare itself the pinnacle of the cosmic process? How can a brief, vulnerable, emotional existence justify the billions of years of waiting required for its formation? This question is not merely poetic, it lies at the core of our instinctive need for immortality. It is here, at the intersection of mathematical precision and mystical yearning, that the quatrain, Chianti, is born, which forever encapsulated this contradiction. It asks, is not the best work in the universe, us? In the mind's eyes, are not the pupil and sight, us? This poetry is not just a declaration of pride, it is a philosophical challenge to the very void that waits beyond our time. It defies the cold, indifferent sky, asserting our unique value. Furthermore, the image expands, introducing the concept of structure and identity. The poet asserts, this circle of the universe resembles a ring, and the stone that burns brighter than the stars, that is us. The circle of the universe is an eternal, unchanging cycle of birth and decay, but we are the focus, the blazing stone. Our task is to understand why this stone must burn so brightly, and why its brevity, its transience, does not diminish but only intensifies its value. For those who appreciate quality literature, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam is the essential classic for your shelf. This collection is perfect both for your personal library and as a valuable gift. Don't miss the opportunity. Order your edition now. The direct purchase link is located below the video. This quatrain was born in an era when precision of measurement became a divine act. Philosophers, who were simultaneously mathematicians, tried to fit the infinity of the heavens into finite formulas. They understood the movement of the planets, predicted eclipses, but the more they comprehended the order of the cosmos, the more chaotic human life seemed. This tension between the immutable law of the stars and the fluidity of human destiny is the breeding ground for this paradox. It was during this period that a deep understanding of the cyclical nature of existence emerged, not merely as changing seasons, but as an infinite circle. This circle of the universe, the ring, symbolizes the perfect yet soulless logic of being. It maintains form, but has no purpose other than its own rotation. In this logic, we are fleeting microbes living on the surface of this ring for only a brief moment. Yet, if we are merely part of the ring, why do we consider ourselves the best creation? The answer lies in our unique status as conscious witnesses. We are the only known part of matter capable of observing, analyzing, and lamenting our own impermanence. This capacity for self-reflection is the single thing that separates us from the dust from which we emerged. Brevity is not an accident. It is, perhaps, a necessary condition for awareness. If we lived forever, would we value the perfection of the moment so acutely? The philosophy encoded in the lines emphasizes that the high value of our existence is determined precisely by its limited supply. Our fragility gives our activities a drama and urgency that are absent in the eternal stars. Thus, the philosopher sought to reconcile two insurmountable truths. The first is cosmic indifference, and the second is the incredible intrinsic value we feel. He does not simply accept the speed of life, he transforms that speed into the main argument for our greatness. Life is not a long, boring story, but a sudden, shining burst that we must seize and experience. Let us consider the first image. We are the pupil and sight in the mind's eyes of the universe. This means that the universe, if it has a mind, sees itself through us. Before our arrival, matter simply existed. Only through our consciousness did it gain the ability to understand the laws that govern it. We are not just a part of reality, we are its instrument of self-knowledge. This bestows upon us an enormous responsibility. We must be worthy of this vision. If we are the eyes, then a blind or indifferent life is a betrayal of the trust of matter, which waited billions of years to see itself. We cannot allow this fragile gift of consciousness to be spent on trifles when such a high purpose exists. The light we emit is the light of the universe recognizing itself. Next, the metaphor of the ring and the stone is the most powerful in this quatrain. The circle of the universe, the ring, is the material casing. It may be made of simple iron or gold, but its true value, its focus, lies in the precious stone embedded in the center. This stone is us, and it burns brighter than the stars. Why does the stone burn brighter than the stars, which are literally enormous thermonuclear reactors? Because stars burn by physical law, while we burn with meaning. Our burning is the burning of consciousness, passion, love, and loss. It is a burning that illuminates the darkness of meaninglessness that fills the larger cosmos. The paradox is that the stone that burns is also the stone that is consumed. Its brightness is directly proportional to its transience, its brevity. We know of the end, and this knowledge is the fuel that makes our light so intense. An eternal object has no need to rush or achieve the peak of existence. Humans instinctively strive to create a legacy that will outlive their physical body. This is not selfishness. It is an attempt to transform the fleeting stone into an eternal luminescence. Through art, science, or simple upbringing, we try to inscribe our unique burning into the eternal yet passive structure of the ring of the universe. This desire for immortality through action is a direct consequence of the realization that we are the best creation. If we truly are the pinnacle, we are obligated to leave a proof of our greatness. Otherwise, when the dust settles, who will know that the stone was burning? The philosophy of the moment, often attributed to this trend, is not a call to hedonism, but a call to intensity. If our time is limited, we must live it with the maximum concentration of meaning. Every breath, every decision must reflect the status of a blazing stone. Reflections on the circle of the universe also point to the idea that matter is constantly being reshaped. When our stone is extinguished, it will return to the elements that form the ring. But does the experience disappear? The legacy of our burning remains as an energetic imprint, like the heat left behind after a fire. Therefore, our brevity is not a tragedy, but a definition. We are the focal point, the crystallization of the cosmic process. We are not just a precious stone, we are a combustible precious stone, testifying to the perfection of the moment in which it appeared. In the modern world, we often try to circumvent brevity through digital immortality. We create petabytes of data, archiving thoughts, memories, and images, hoping that this digital ring will outlive our physical body. But the philosophical problem remains, is an external archive truly proof of our greatness if the inner fire has gone out? The true legacy is not in the volume of data, but in the depth of impact while the stone was burning. In fact, the modern speed of life only emphasizes the relevance of this ancient wisdom. We try to do more, faster, to uspiate, to record ourselves before time runs out. We confuse accumulation with intensity, quantity with quality. But the best creation is not the one that lasts the longest, but the one that was most perfect at the moment of its creation. The answer to the paradox lies in recognizing our place. We are thinking beings standing at the intersection of deep time and the instantaneous present. Our mission is not to conquer eternity, but to illuminate it. We must fill this brief segment of life with meaning, lies in the capacity for love, creativity, and understanding, even in the face of inevitable decay. So the philosopher gives us not solace, but a challenge. We are the best creation, not despite our time, but because of it. He reminds us that our brevity is our blessing, because it demands that we truly burn. The blazing stone in the ring of the universe is an identity that we must uphold daily. We must ensure that our light is bright enough to illuminate not only our own path, but also the circle in which we reside. If you felt a resonance with this cosmic paradox, consider how you are burning today. Are you wasting your fire on trifles, or are you using it to illuminate great truths? Share this video with those who seek meaning in transience, and subscribe to continue our journeys at the border of poetry and cosmology. Remember, the circle of the universe awaits your unique radiance.